she's eating and everything,
Okay.
So don't forget how to do it.
Okay. So, suck, swallow, and breathe. So sometimes you'll see her suck, swallow, and breathe just fine. Sometimes what a baby will do is they'll go suck, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay? And that's normal too. It takes them a while sometimes to catch on and get the hang of suck, swallow, and breathe.
Right.
And that's normal. Even though she's term, she's still tiny. Okay? She's a little smaller for her age. Okay? Now, if she stops sucking and you see her chin is just staying still, she might be just catching her breath. Okay, so the couple of things we can do. We take the nipple and we just put some pressure on the tongue, or we put some pressure on the roof of her mouth,
Oh, cool.
and it reminds her, oh yeah, there's something in my mouth that I'm supposed to be doing something with. I have a job to do. And that's just the two refresher ways that remind her that she's got a job to do. Okay? Now, if she were in trouble, and we'll do this more. This won't be the only time we remind you how to do this, okay? Okay. If she were in trouble and this was too much for her, the two ways she would...
Okay?
Yeah. No, she just had never seen her feed before.
Okay.
So I'm just showing her how we feed, and because she's been so sleepy, I was showing her the side lying because she choked on me this morning. So I just wanted her to see. So the way she would be able to tell me she wanted to pull away is I would feel her wanting to pull away from me by pulling her head back. Okay, I'd feel her head wanting to push into the back of my arm, my hand, or her nose would flare out. Okay, like this.
Yeah.
That's her way of wanting to get air. Okay, so those are the two ways before choking that you would say, I need a breath. Okay, so those are the two ways. See how she's starting to get sleepy?
Hmm.
Now that's because her foot right here is bent, that's all, with the IV. So I'm going to pull this out for a moment. I'm just going to straighten that foot that's bent with her IV. And I'm going to hit. Let me start. Hi, Dribble Girl. How you doing? Looking good here. Yes, you are. Tastes good? Okay, so I had 40 in here, and she's taken already, there's like 23 left. Or no, yeah, she's already taken, it's down to 23. She did a little better earlier. Let's see if we can wake her up to take a little more before I start to burp her. Oh, it's starting to leak. Hold on. And maybe we should try and burp her and wake her up a little. And they gave me what's called an IV and PO, which means if she doesn't take as much each feeding, I go back up on her IV by a little. So there's 3 ways to burp a baby. So this way, I'm putting my hand over her chest. Okay, see, chest. And I'm holding her under her jawline. One hand, okay, see? But I've got her, good and steady. And she's still resting on me. And she's extended, okay? So she's not all crumpled down, she's extended so the burp could come out. And then I'm going to pat her. You hear the thump? If you don't hear the thump, because you're afraid, then you're not doing it strong enough, and you're going to get the milk with the bubbles. Just like a soda. You want to get the bubbles out, not the milk. Okay? So you don't want to be too gentle, because you're not helping your daughter. You want to get the milk, the bubbles without the milk. Now she really hasn't taken enough yet to give us a burp, okay? But that's one of the ways. The second way is the old-fashioned way, which these days a lot of people don't want to do because they can't really see the baby. But she's good and extended, and for a bigger baby, it's a great way to get a good burp, okay? Like I said, she really hasn't given us much.
Right.
The third way is you put them over your lap, you cuddle their head, and for a baby who's colicky or fussy, and some babies are really fussy in the afternoon, This puts a lot of babies to sleep is the only problem.
Yeah, it looks like she's
Okay.
comfortable like that. Look at her.
Well, we don't want to do that.
She's just looking at you like,
All right, so again, I have her without the blanket, like a V, under her jaw. All right? So that if I had to let go because she was choking sitting up, I have her in my arms with just one hand holding her so I could help her if she was choking. If I were feeding her like this and she fell asleep, that bottle goes down, I lean her forward, and I can help her.
oh, yeah, right.
If she were in the crook of my arms, think how many more minutes it would take to get her where this way.
Yeah,
Okay? That's why we feed babies this way.
that's good.
She has a job to do. She's awake and alert, not warm and cuddly, wanting to go to sleep. So we feed babies this way or sideways for a sleepy baby. Now, are you interested in taking a little bit more? What do you think? I see a sleepy baby. I don't want to feed a sleepy baby, but I'd like you to try and take a little more. I think she says, Susan, I think I've had enough. No, she says, Susan, I've really had enough. All right. I think today's lesson for feeding for this hour is over.